Hello, this is Compound Interest Stock Guide. Today in this video, we're just going to go through some things that I wrote on my Twitter page with Tesla, and I'm going to go through my portfolio watch list with cannabis as well as commodities and what's kind of moving in the markets today. So stay tuned. If you're new to the channel, don't be shy. Subscribe, hit the bell down below so you're notified when I upload a video. Please give me a thumbs up. I do truly appreciate it. I also want to disclose I'm not a financial advisor. This is just for entertainment information purposes. Do not buy or sell based on anything I talk about. Buy or sell after you did your own research, due diligence, and you like the investments you're pursuing, or as well speak with a financial advisor. So, okay, it's a very interesting day in, on Tesla. I'm doing a poll right now. I might put this into my the comment section, so you can check it out and you can vote on it, or you can just go to my at Compound Stock 13 on my Twitter page and just make your own vote. We'll see how it is. It's I say, where will Tesla trade on February 7th? I'm thinking $600 or lower. Top hit today, in my honest opinion. Don't think it's hit 1,000 right now. Needs to go lower. And just my opinion, do your own due diligence. But yeah, I just look at the chart. It's just like it's outside of the Bollinger Bands, and just wants to come back down. And it didn't break through the 1,000 mark, so I was watching that today. I didn't really watch the markets till about 11 o'clock. Woke up and stuff, and then I was just checking things out. But that's what I noticed. It was getting pretty top heavy, so I did put a position for a put option for February 14th, around $700 put option. And I think if it goes down a lot tomorrow, I'm gonna sell it with the high premium, because the theta decay, if you hold on to it for too long, you're gonna lose money on it. So unless it starts going down to $500, right, and then it like turns into like a $20,000 option intrinsic value. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm doing. It's kind of risky play. I'm not suggesting to do it, but I've seen it so high, and I just don't think Tesla's valued there. There's no reason why it should be rated there. But anyways, let's go through these. So $1,100. It seems a lot of people are bullish, but there's also people that are bearish and think that's going to go down to 500, and then there's some people that are saying 700, 600. I've only had it going for an hour, so I've had 12 votes. I'm sure in the next 24 hours I could have 100 or 200 votes potentially. But even if you get 50 votes or whatever, that's like a good understanding about what people's are thinking as far as Tesla goes. Again, it doesn't mean what's gonna happen. It's just an interesting thing that I like to do. I've found people being pretty active with that, so I just thought it was a good idea. And I wrote down Disney EPS, so Disney DIS ticker, and they just post their financials. Earnings per share was $153 on $20.86 billion in revenue. So that's a 612 EPS annual run rate based on this quarter. So yeah, Disney 144 is trading at, and so based on that, it's trading at around like a 23.5 PE. And it was beat analyst EPS this quarter by 0.07 cents. So it's pretty good, but wasn't outstanding. I mean, I was more impressed with Apple's financials, to be honest, with the 4.99 EPS, but that's pretty good. I've never really looked into these big board stocks, but like at a more financial aspect, as far as digging deeper and like trying to like figure out a report card or stuff, gauging what it is. I'm not giving them a report card, but I'm just saying I like maybe in the future I will, but I'm having a better understanding of how like the valuations in these companies are. And when I'm seeing like Tesla is like, when you compare it to a Disney or Apple, it just doesn't hold weight, as far as the fundamentals. It just doesn't. I mean, sure, it may take over the world, but you're getting a little top heavy when you're trading at $1,000, and so I think I think Tesla has a good future, but I mean, if you're trying to buy it at these prices, I think you're a little late. I'd wait. If you absolutely like, there's no reason to be buying at $850, $900. I mean, there's people that are chasing it on Robinhood and stuff, and that's just stupid. So anyways, I'm just showing that there's gaps need to be filled around about like 840.50 to around like 780. So that's needs to fill that gap. Will it fill that gap? Not all gaps get filled, but majority do. This is on the 1 hour chart, I believe, and then there's a gap down here at about 690 to about 650, I believe. So that's what I noticed. If you want to, I'm posting all these charts and stuff, and I add a little, I just write what I'm feeling about the thing. You can only write it so long, but I think it's a good idea. I think it's adding a lot of value to people who are following me on the channel. So I just do that from time to time. But again, not everybody cares about that. But at the same time, I use this for myself. This is almost like a notepad for myself, and then I can just go back to it, and I can think about my ideas and just like brainstorm to a better understanding. So kind of what I use Twitter for. It's not what people use Twitter for necessarily, but that's just my idea and a little different. And I say Tesla's going down. Couldn't help myself. I got a put for February 14th, which is true. So this is what I think. I think when all the Robinhood warriors bought, a little devil, Sin City, man. You gotta move to the dark side and look at the negative. Look at the downside of these stocks when they get too overvalued. I mean, can't always play the upside. So I haven't played too many puts, but I have played a few. I wouldn't say I'm good at this, but I do think like I have a good probability of winning this trade, and it's not going to keep going up. Like, who in their right mind thinks that Tesla's just going to continually go up to like $15,000? I mean, like at a certain point it'll go down. Like if it doesn't go down tomorrow and it keeps going up, eventually it's going to go down. So, and when it goes down, it's going to go down hard. I'm talking about Tesla hard. I mean, not Tesla hard. I meant Tilray hard. So Tilray hit $300 for the day, and then it went down to, now it's at like $17. Okay, so if you had a long-term put on there, you could make tons and tons of money. So even if you had a short-term put of like $200 when it was at $300, and it goes down to like $100, you do very good on those puts. So that's kind of the mentality that I'm doing. It's outside of the Bollinger Bands. This got a big wick. I don't like that big wick. It's just kind of showing that like it wants to sell. But hey, we're in a lot of QE. So who knows? Maybe this goes to $2,000 tomorrow. Like, fuck, things are fucking weird in the world. So nothing makes sense, but eventually everything gets closer to fair value, and that's just what's going to happen. So I'm watching it. If things don't go my way, I will sell out at a loss on my put option. So I am understanding that. I'm thinking it's probably going to go back to like 750, 770, and then it'll be worth more, because then people will be thinking like, oh, well, then it can go down to like $450, $300 in the next like week or something, right? So that's what I did. But it's very expanded. The whole Bollinger Band's very expanded, and when it does start coming down, like maybe it's just gonna wick up to like $1,300, and then go down to like $650 tomorrow. Like who knows? Like in the next week, I think there's gonna be a lot of volatility, because people are talking about it. And when it gets to that talking point, when it's so on the radar, then there's so much volatility, and so anyways, showing that chart. What else did I do? Yeah, that's pretty much for my Twitter. I want to share this. So if you like cannabis, or you're interested in cannabis, or you thought about someone else using cannabis, I mean, the thing with cannabis is now you can get it in and vapes, so that's a little better for your lungs, as well as yeah, I mean, just vapes for dry flower as well is better for your lungs. So I mean, if you get flower, and it lasts longer too. So what this is telling for me, like when they do this, what's my pot, this guy's on Twitter and he's a cool guy, and you know, I don't have a problem promoting his website. I think it's a very good website. So it's got a medical and recreational, and then you go to BC Cannabis Store and OCS, and it'll tell you which strains are good for that, right? So for me, I just kind of put in the things, and it's telling me like caryophyllene and limonene and linalool is like good for me, which I agree, because I really like the pink kush from San Rafael 71. So yeah, and then it just kind of goes through the list. Then it shows like, okay, here it's like, oh well, only 2 of them are in here. I've tried this. I don't really like it too much. The headband, just basically because it's a hybrid. I'm not really a big fan of hybrids, but you know, it gives you an idea, because when you're trying these things out. But yeah, like Super Skunk or Weed MD White Shark, Serious Kush. I mean, I think Kush is like, that's kind of my vibe, to be honest. But yeah, I mean, it just goes through. You can, you know, you just go in the quiz and be like, okay, this is what I like, medical or recreational, and then it'll go through the quiz. And I guess there's more to it, like advanced search. I'm not gonna go through. Okay, so you can do all THC, plant family, sativa, indica, all products. So it only does Ontario and BC, but you know, hey, that's really cool. A lot of these strains are all across Canada, so I mean, if it's in BC, it's going to be in like New Brunswick, probably, most likely as well. And yeah, you can rate a producer as well. So I mean, it gives you good ability to find more that may be in your interests. So anyways, enough about that, but check it out at whatsmypot.com if you like cannabis, or you're interested in cannabis and you wanted to try it or anything like that. Again, it's just an idea. I'm not telling you what to do or not do. Yeah, so let's looking at this. What is this? This is a Tesla chart, and this is the 5 hours. Okay, so it's outside of the Bollinger Bands, and you get the big wick, and this is a red. To me, especially if you go into like the 1 hour, right? And on top of that, the RSI was way too hot. So mom's making all this noise in the background. But yeah, so now to me, I think it's gonna want to go back to this like moving average or whatever T-line thing. It's gonna want to like hit back here like 770. It could go below there and go to the bottom of the Bollinger Band and then tank, go hard back down here. It's hard to say, but I think it's kind of reached the limit at the top here for now in this channel, and it's gonna have a lot of resistance around the 1,000 zone. I just don't think it has the ability to hit there in the next week or two. Now in all of 2020, yeah, there's a chance, but you got these gaps to consider on as far as the bearish side. Yeah, they don't need to hit the gaps, but when you have these big moves, I mean, I don't know. I just think it's gonna go back. It could go back down here in the next couple days. I mean, I don't know. That's just looks ugly to me. But let's move forward with this. And yeah, so what's moving in the markets and commodities is Livent. So this is a lithium player, LTHM. Big move today. So the reason why that is, in my understanding, is because it's connected with Tesla, right? So I made the video before about a week or two ago, and in my driving my car, and I'm talking about how nickel will be big in demand, is because so you want to have a big nickel producer if you believe in Tesla. So that's my opinion. So that's just my opinion. So it's hard to find a real straight nickel player, but you got Nilsy is the one I have. I got a few shares in there, nothing big, but you know, I went down because palladium, but palladium's going up today. I just think long term, I think it has a lot of possibility to double or triple based on the Tesla boom. So they're going to need a lot of nickel demand. So that's my opinion. Now, defense metal, DFMTF. Hey, if you want to learn more about these, I know Mickey D talks about these from time to time, so he's really interested in that. I keep that on my radar. There's another one that I'm looking at, but I don't know. I'm not too interested on the defense metals, to be honest. I think I'm more focused on the uranium with Kamenko, and Kamenko had a great day today, so that's really cool. Kamenko is your best bet, in my opinion, for uranium as far as safety goes. Now, could there be other stocks that you get way more money when you buy or sell? Absolutely, but the risk and the upside and the downside is a lot harder, so that's why I like Kamenko. So Garibaldi, nickel player, exploration, and this is a exploration copper and gold, and they're also have a connection with Freeport McMoran FCX. Impala, platinum, Tech Resources, they touch pretty much all the metals. They have a smelter in BC, Freeport McMoran, that I was talking about. They're connected with this, so it's up to date. A copper player and gold, and palladium. So this is a PALL. So if you think palladium's going to keep going up, hey, if you bought it at here 230, it's probably going to track pretty close. Like, there's some fees for it, but if you think that say palladium's going to go to $3,000 or $5,000, then you buy this ETF, and so when it goes to $400 or $500, $4,000 or $500, it's gonna go to $400 or $500. Okay, so you like double your money on that. But I don't think there is necessarily all the palladium actually in it physical. Like, I don't know. I heard like the Sprott ETF I think is probably better. This is platinum and palladium, so platinums didn't go up today really, but I think it's a lot more reliable as far as actually having the palladium in there. So whether you get the gains today or not, like from this, it's just something to think about. I'm just sharing some information I got. Again, you got to make your own decisions, and there's risk with every investment. This is a global copper miners as well, so if you believe copper is going to be going up a lot in the long term, then this is I haven't looked deep into this, but I know David Modell's talked about this, and I put it on my watch list. So Nilsy's the one it was up today, and because of nickel going up, as well as palladium going up a lot today too. And Vale is a big nickel player, but they're also a lot of still, so I don't like the still side. Excuse me. I just don't think that the still market's very good right now. So you got Texas Rare Earth. I think this is a better player if you're thinking about the rare earth, but hey, I don't really know too much about these rare earth. I just keep them on my watch list. And if it just looked interesting, like it went down enough, and like then I looked at the chart and it's setting up, then I would think about considering a position, but it's no rush. It's just a watch list, right? Share it, even, pure point, and then you got the oil price and wheat and precious metal, because gold and silver's been shit this week, but palladium's been going good. So I think that palladium's about 10% of their weighting in their financials, but I think their financials are gonna be really good, because as long as gold keeps going, like it's staying around 1550 or something, they'll get more money than they did last quarter. So long term, I haven't picked up a position in there, but I don't know, it has gone up a lot, so that's my concern. But I also think that the market just doesn't, under Trump, he just doesn't want to have gold and silver go up, so they have like a whole war against keeping those down. So, but they can't do the same with palladium or rhodium. So rhodium's gone up a lot. So anyways, this is cannabis. 360 risk down a lot today on quite a bit of volume for normal. Elixir down. Medman trash. Halo Labs down. Halo Labs, what you doing? Halo Labs, curious to do. Miramed, Metafarm Labs. Hey, I was thinking about Metafarm Labs. So Metafarm Labs, you can buy call option contracts. So if you don't want to spend that much money on your stock, say when it's at like 284, you can buy contracts like, say, like a $3 contract good till, say, I don't know, like the longer out you're going to pay more money, but maybe you could pay like 25 to 55 cents for a $3 strike. So you think that it's going to be $6, right? And by the time it gets there, like maybe by earnings or something, right? Then so it's at like $5, right? So you would like 25 cents each contract or 30 cents. I don't know exactly what they are, but that's what I'm thinking. You'd have to check it up on TSX options if you do have a margin account. And then you're like, okay, I want $3 contracts, and you put in a bid. So it's saying ask like, say, like 45 cents. Then you're like, okay, I'm going to put in a bid for 3 contracts at like 25 cents. And then it doesn't fill. What do? You bring it down to like 15 cents, lower, and then maybe they'll bring it down to 35 cents. Then you go back and you pay like 25 cents, and then maybe it'll fill. Now you could also push it up to 30 cents. You can't do like 26 cents, 27 cents. It has to be a 5-cent increment. But regardless, that's an idea if you just wanted to have labs in your portfolio for like 3 to 6 months or 9 months, because you think it's going to go up in that time. Or you could just buy the stock. I mean, it's got about 130 million shares, so based on 284, trading around like a 340, I think, somewhere around that, 340 million based on last quarter, 5 million net income. I think their financials might be crap, actually, because the Hexo thing may really fuck up their financials this quarter. Yeah, I actually do think it could be a big concern, actually. So you may want to wait till the financials come out. So, but long term, I think this company is going to be good, and they have good contracts with a lot of big companies. Fallon's, my favorite extraction company, is leading the way as far as share price goes, and they don't take as much of a loss today on a percentage basis. 331. I'm watching it. I would like to pick up 400 more shares, I believe. Sentiment's pretty flat, or it's down 1 cent. Yeah, I don't know. It's trading like so low. If you do have a position in it, I mean, I don't know. They're waiting on news. Like some news has to come. I'm thinking like Langley or something. It's gonna come up, or maybe EU GMP for Atholville, and like when their financials are coming out, that'll be big if they did a really good like 25 million and they did good EBITDA, but the debt's kind of overhanging over them, and time's kind of ticking, so they really do need to put the price up and get more leverage in the markets. They're doing what they can. I mean, I know in Muse Cannabis in Vancouver, they were there a few days ago from 4 to 6 p.m. to kind of talk about their products as well as their re-up, their cheaper brand. So, yeah, I mean, I think they're getting good market share in BC. I think they do better market share than Pure Sunfarms VFF. But they don't have the same market share yet in Ontario. And they do have products coming with Heritage Cannabis, their vapes, I believe. I think that's what's coming out first. So, Eve Co. Green Thumbs down today, $12. TGIF down. Meta down. Yeah, Meta's just, their financials weren't very good. They just keep losing money. I mean, I know they're expanding and all that, but until they get their financials better, I don't know where it's gonna go, right? Like maybe they'll go pump higher, like 50 cents a dollar, but I don't know. Harv's just confused. I don't know about Carve's direction. I think big players, Cresco Labs. I do like Cresco Labs. Cresco Labs at 776 isn't. I'd have to look at the chart better to understand if I'd want to look at it like to buy, but I don't know yet. Like as far as their financials go, I guess they got a month under in Illinois sales, so that's good for them. But I just don't think maybe it went up too much, or like they're about a $2 billion market cap, so they're gonna have to justify their market cap. But I do like the company. It's for a big company, and I like Kira as well. Kira's up quite a bit. I don't know the direction really. I don't know if I just went through them, but Grow generation kind of down a little bit. Planet 13 just chilling around 12. True Leaf down a few pennies. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. The cannabis sector is just like weird. Like USA is just getting no momentum right now, it seems, for a lot of these stocks. Like these are big companies, right? Like True Leaf, Planet 13, Cresco, Harvest. So seems like all the attention is just going towards Tesla. All these people are putting money in Tesla, 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 Tesla. Well, there's more to the world than just Tesla. Zynerba's a good one. For the Zygel, I have a video I did a year ago, when I was playing them, and I just go through what they're doing. Obviously, they move forward with other things as well, but that gives you a brief overview of kind of what the company is, as well as you can go to the Zynerba website and get some more information for yourself. But I think as far as a biopharma company, I think they're one of the best three for sure. I mean, I think people are looking at Tetra Bio, but I don't know if there's like substance behind all the hype. So yeah, Village Farms just kind of chilling. CV Sciences down below $1. High Tide 21 cents. Arena Farm is an interesting one. IIPR $95 pretty much. InMed up a little. Organigram, yeah, 347. I don't know about Organigram. I mean, 25 million last quarter, and they're probably trading around like a 500 million market cap. I don't think they have that much money. They got inventory, and they're rated as like a medium-sized LP. So that's kind of where they get, and they're also on the NASDAQ, I believe, now. So that's kind of where they get like the price up, and they don't have like negative news. Like I know Sundell has negative news on them, and other companies do. So it's kind of being, and like their financials were pretty good. Like I gave them, I think, a B or a B plus maybe. So yeah, I mean, basically I think the leverage for the upside on Organigram is to really knock it out of the ballpark as far as their edibles when they bring chocolates online, right? Because the margins on edibles are great, and their SG&A is not that expensive. So like if they move from like 25 million to like 60 million, I mean, they're going to be a very sexy, attractive company in this space. Whether you're US or American company, just based on their net income, if they do really start like knocking out of the ballpark with the edibles. But that's to be seen, and they haven't been on the stores, so I don't have an understanding of if they're going to knock out of the ballpark. I think Oxley and Aurora and Tilray are kind of knocking it out of the ballpark with the edibles right now. CANNABIS is getting a little market share. I'm sure they're selling more than Tilray, but at the same time, they're worth a lot of money, and I don't know. It's kind of disappointing they haven't been able to bring the beverages. That's kind of a disappointment for the whole sector. I think other companies, like I know Valens has, like, they're working on beverages, so maybe Valens gets beverages out before, and that would be sweet for Valens, right? VLNCF, my favorite company pretty much in the space. I don't think there's a better company, to be honest. I mean, sure, some other companies got way more money, like Kronos, but as far as just being in a safe jurisdiction and just knocking out of the ballpark in Canada, I don't think you can beat it. Valens. Tilray's interesting. Well, went up about $1. Yeah, I guess all the big. Aurora was up today. Yeah, I was looking at it yesterday, but I just didn't wake up early enough today. And I don't know. It went to the bullish side of the Bollinger Bands, but I don't know. We'll see. If it pulls through $3, I don't know. I think there's there's resistance around $4 for sure, and $5, but it's coming up to financials. So I think it will start coming back down. Like I'm thinking that it's probably going to go to about $4, $4.50 before financials are around financials, and then come down to like $3.50-ish, somewhere around there. It's just like a belief. I think their financials honestly are somewhere, I don't know. I don't really want to put a number, but they only really got about 2 weeks of the edibles market. So how much money is that going to add? I mean, I'm thinking that the other months are probably like somewhere around 25 to 30 million. So what's that, 55 million for a blend rate? And then maybe the next month like 30 million, like 35 million best case. So 85 to 90 million honestly would be the best case probably for their financials. And that may be high because they're not going to get the German. So it could be even like 80 or 75, right? Because I think they got like 4 million last quarter. Now with the medical patients, they would have a boom with the vapes were available before the wreck. So that could be move maybe like 4 or 5 million as well. So maybe that could kind of, taper away the negative with German. But now they have that running, so the next quarter should be pretty decent. But I honestly think they should be somewhere around 80 to 90 million. And they didn't really take away their costs. Like they're burning, like they're trying to burn less. They didn't really start to do that until the end of the quarter. So I think they did a big loss, right? I'm talking about like, I think their last one was like 40 million. Don't quote me though, but I mean, it's going to be up there. I think so, like 30 million loss. Higher, I don't know. It's not going to be that great. I think it's probably going to be like a C to C plus, really. So that's pretty much what's up. I may do a Liberty Health Science video, and yeah, I just want to share what's up in the market. Tesla's a big story today, and just break it down. I know there's a lot of other people that are talking about it. Financial education be talking about Tesla for a long time. And, I just wanted to bring some knowledge. I know it's a big player, so I just wanted to, and then I just figured I was going to play it because it's like, fuck, it went up so high. So that's what I'm talking about. Hey, you guys got to do your own due diligence. You got to do your own exercise in charting and understanding when to buy and sell and look at things, and or to speak to a financial advisor. But this is my ideas for the market. I hope you enjoyed this session talking about cannabis and commodities, as well as going through my Twitter poll with Tesla. So yeah, thanks for watching. Keep compounding your info, listen to my lingo, and shaka ka, peace. I'm out. Oh yeah, I guess I can show you some no, I'm not gonna show you pictures. Maybe another video. I got some cool eagle pictures. But yeah, good peace. I'm out.